Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ty. If you are new, thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm just going to do a short tutorial on how to apply eyelashes. This video should be super easy to follow along, especially for the beginner. I'm just going to show you guys some tips that I have learned along the way to make it so much easier to apply. So if you are interested on how I applied these lashes and how you can simply apply lashes at home, in your own space, in your own time, then stick around for this video. Okay, so first we need to go ahead and discuss what materials you are going to need to apply your lashes successfully. First, you are going to need your lashes. That's the most important thing. You can get your lashes from the beauty supply store. You can get them from Walmart, Target, any drugstore like Walgreens, CVS. So get yourself a pair of lashes. You are going to need eyelash glue, and this is the eyelash glue that I have. It's by Kiss. It's the strip lash adhesive, and it does dry clear, so that's the good thing about it. This is white. The color of it is white and it dries clear. You also are going to need some mascara. You're going to need a pair of tweezers, or if you have an eyelash applicator, I forgot what they're called, but it's a little eyelash, it's specifically made to apply lashes instead of tweezers. So if you have those that'll also work. A pair of scissors. And then last but not least, you're going to need a mirror. You can use a regular mirror if you do not have one of these, but I recommend you get a little compact. This is my bronzer compact, but it has a mirror in it, and this is what's going to help applying your lashes that much easier. Or you can get like a little handheld mirror, just something small that you can hold down, that you can hold in your hand and hold down and look into to apply your lashes. Okay, so those are all the materials that you are going to need. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into the video. You can use any lashes that you want. I recommend, if you are a beginner with applying your lashes, I recommend that you get lashes that have band on it. There are lashes that come with like the clear band. It's really flexible. And if you are a beginner at applying your lashes, I wouldn't recommend the clear band because it's a little too flexible and it might be a little more difficult to apply. Lashes with the black band on it, it's a lot easier to apply because it's stiffer and it's just more manageable for a beginner. So here's what I'm talking about, the band, the black band. This is what the black band looks like. I like the ones with the black band too because I don't wear eyeliner a lot. It kind of gives an effect like you have eyeliner on, if you know what I mean. So the first step that you want to do is you want to remove your lashes from the case. And you want to be very gentle because if you remove it the wrong way, if you aren't gentle, if you're a little too rough, you can tear your lash and you don't want to do that. I like to remove it from the corner. And then gently pull. Boom. After we have removed our lashes from the case, the next thing that you want to do is measure your lashes, right? You do not want to wear lashes that are too big because it just does not look right. Long lashes that are longer than your eye, it just does not look right, and it makes your real natural eye look extremely droopy, and it's just not attractive at all. I already can tell that these lashes are too long for me. So the way that you want to measure the lash has no glue on it. Do not put any glue on it. We're just measuring, okay? So take your lash, and let me also let you guys know this. You want to make sure that you are putting the right lash on the right eye. You want to make sure that you're putting the left lash on the left eye. And most of the time, the way that you can tell which one is the left and the right, first of all, before you take it off, if you're holding it like this is the left side, this is the right side. So this is going to be the left lash, this is going to be the right lash. If you've already removed them from your case, no biggie. If you're reusing a lash and you can't remember, oh my gosh, the easy way that I can tell is because the inner corner of your lash, the lash hair will be a lot shorter. So if this is the inner corner here, the hairs are thinner and shorter. Then it starts to widen and just get longer, and then it's a lot fuller and longer on the outer corner. So this is going to go on my right eye, okay? Same with this one. The inner part of the eye is shorter on the right side, so this is going to go on my left eye. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and measure the lash to my eyeball or to my eyelid. So what you're going to do is just take your lash. You're just going to grab it from the middle. I'm just grabbing it from the middle. I'm holding my mirror and I'm just going to, yeah, it is so long. And when you're applying your lash, you do not want to put it all the way to the outer corner of your eye. It's just going to look crazy. To the inner corner of your eye. You literally want to give it some space. Don't bring it in all the way. Literally, no one has lashes all the way in their corner like that. If you do, they're very small and fine pieces of hair. Like here is good. So I'm measuring from like right there. So I'm starting it. And then it needs to be cut off like just a little bit. So I'm just gonna snip, well, trim where it needs to be cut. Okay, yeah, that's better. And I will say, if you have your lash brought into the inner corner a little too far, it's going to feel very uncomfortable, especially if you have one with a band. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. Your tear duct is going to get watery, which is natural because that's what it's supposed to do when something is interfering. It is going to get watery, and then your lash is going to start lifting in the inner corner, and then eventually it's going to start to separate from your eye, and then you're going to be out in public trying to be cute and your lashes are destroyed and they're coming off. So I suggest you do not bring it all the way into the inner corner, and I also suggest bring some lash glue with you in public, sis. Make sure you got that with you. You got your lip gloss, check. Also bring your eyelash glue. Period. Okay. Right, so I measured my right eye. I'm going to measure my left eye. My eyes are two different sizes, so when it comes to measuring and when you're getting ready to cut, make sure you are cutting the right side. If you're measuring with your left eye, make sure you're cutting the outer corner and not the inner corner. Be sure that you do that because you are going to mess up the lash if you cut the inner corner of the lash. Okay, so we're cutting the outer corner. Okay, be sure, make sure, double check, triple check. You want to cut the extra band off just so it's not irritating your eye. All right, so the next step that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply our glue. I'm going to go ahead and apply my glue on my lash. You want to apply a good amount of glue. You don't want to overdo it with the glue because first of all, it's going to take a long time to dry. And secondly, when it does dry, if you apply a ton, it's just going to look like you have a bunch of gook on your eye where the glue is once it's dried. And I know it's going to dry clear, but there's still going to be like a substance. So a thin amount is good. And what I do is, because of how I apply it, I apply the lash, I apply the center part of the lash first on my eye, then I do the outer corner, and then I do the inner corner. So I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to leave that there to dry. So what I do is, since I apply the center first, that means I'm going to apply the glue in the center, because the center part where I apply the glue is going to dry first, right? So I'm applying the glue in the center part of my eye lash. Then I'm going to apply on the outer corner. Then I'm going to apply glue on the inner corner. Make sure you do apply enough on the corners because those will get the lift in first. If it's not enough, it'll just lift right off your eye. All right, so now this is the important part Allow the glue to sit. Do not touch it. The problem that people have who are trying to apply their lashes and they're wondering why it's not sticking, because they're not allowing the glue to have enough time to sit and marinate and start to get tacky. That's the key for your lashes to stick on your eyelid. It needs to dry just a little bit. You don't want it to completely dry, but you want it to dry enough to where it is beginning to form a tacky substance, which is what sticks. If it's wet, just like now, if I try to apply it now, it's not going to stick. It's just going to fall right off my eye. Have some patience. Let it get a little tacky. Again, you do not want it to completely dry. What I like to do while the glue is marinating, while the glue is sitting there and trying to dry, I like to apply my mascara. Some people like to apply their mascara after they apply the lashes, which is fine. You could do it either way. But I learned throughout my time of wearing lashes, and sometimes it really just depends on how I feel, which way that I do it. But I've learned that if you apply your mascara before you apply your lashes, it helps create a tackiness for your lashes to stick. So I'm going to, and you just want to do like one layer. You don't need to keep dipping in. Okay, so I think it's time for me to go ahead and apply my lashes. So this is my right lash. Grab your tweezers. You are going to want to place your lash in your tweezer. And I am placing it pretty close to the band, if you can see that. Pretty close up to the band, okay? Right in the center. You want to go ahead and take your compact mirror and you want to hold it down. You don't want to hold it like this because then you're going to have to like look up. You want to place it in the center as you're going, okay? Do you see my mirror? You want to go ahead and push it on and you want to get it as close to your lash line as possible. So there it is, it's sticking. I'm going to go ahead and stick it to the outer corner. And stick it to the inner corner. Okay, I'm just going to take my fingers and just push it. My one lash is on. Now I have to apply the other lash. Placing my lash in my tweezer, and I am putting it pretty close. My tweezers are slightly close to the band, and that's good. That's how you want it. You want your mirror to be down. You don't want it up. You want it down so that you can still see while you're applying. So before I do it, I'm just measuring before I push it to my lid, bring it down, and look how I'm holding my tweezers down like this. I'm not doing this. I'm holding it down like this. And I am pushing against my eye. Okay, so the center is sticking. And then I'm going to go the outer corner and then the inner corner. And again, you want to get as close to your lash line as you can, because if you don't, you're just going to have a gap between your natural lash. You're going to see skin, and then you're going to see your fake lashes, and you don't want a gap. Okay, so I'm just gonna push it up against my lid. I'm just pushing it just to make sure it's stuck on there well. Okay, and that is how you apply false lashes. It's really that easy. The trick is just making sure that you allow the glue to dry. Not completely, but dry enough so that it is tacky and that it forms a substance for it to stick on your eye. So I like to wait for it to dry a little bit before I start to use my tweezers to bond my lash and the lashes together. So I'm just going to go in and just push together. Be careful because you do have mascara on your eyes and the glue, so it's going to try to stick to your tweezers. Just be careful that you don't pull your eyelash off. So if you want to do it with your fingers, you can just like push it, but because I have nails, it just makes it a little bit harder. Alright, so now to complete my look, I'm just going to add some mascara to my bottom lashes, just cause. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!